Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. We choose to go to the moon.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky episode 6A. It's the 107th episode where we give you updates on all things Dragonchain. This week on Number Go Up, the number of awards Dragonchain has been nominated for. Nominated recently by HackerNoon for Bellevue Startup of the Year. They're doing it for every city. So go check out the interview and do vote. There's a link at the bottom of the interview to vote. Voting ends January 2022. So you have plenty of time, and we'll try to remind you. But do go vote. I don't know what kind of competition we're up against. There are already a lot of votes, but we have a little flame by us. So a bunch of you have been voting. So thanks a bunch. It's good. Next, we're going to go to Den.Social updates. The August 2021 LCP has just concluded. So if you go to Den and click on the LCP button, which is Layer Creation Process, that the top proposals in lore count and top and unique voters will be created. The winners are the Donald for top in lore count and Green Earth for the top and unique voters. There were 15 voters on that, 512,000 lore. And let's see here. Every lot, every layer ownership rights token, every lore token committed to one of the proposals were turned into a lot token, a layer ownership token. The lots themselves come with perpetual passive income from a portion of all matter mined in a layer. So you're basically, the reason you have them is to drive people into the layer to, make content and good content at that. You also get free edits in the layer as long as you have some ownership. And when we roll out full community layer governance, you will have votes on anything that community does. So give us about a week to create the lot. They're on their way, and it should be an exciting set of things. Some really good content probable in those two layers in particular. Maybe that'll even cut out some of the issues with back and forth, left, right, and the politics layer. We'll see, right? So that's good. The next thing is that there is a Den governance vote. So Den governance is the decentralized governance for everything that happens in Den.Social. This is for Dragonchain people, basically one of the main reasons that Den exists is to demonstrate what is possible with Dragonchain. And we have a very interesting way to do this. It is decentralized. People do have votes that affect the algorithms and everything we do at Den. So this vote in particular is about farming allocations, and that is for lore farming. And so if you look, we're splitting it up. Matter ETH liquidity will get 45% of all of the lore farmed. Lore ETH liquidity will get 20%. Matter tokens, 15%. Lot, 6%. Dragon ETH liquidity, 6%. Dragon tokens, 4.5%. Lore tokens, 2%. And Den.Gov lot, 1.5%. And so what this means, though, is and the interesting thing about the way that we are doing this, we aren't even sure if we're going to officially call it farming, but it is a cleaner, simpler way to stake your tokens that you don't have to actually interact even with DIN contracts to do this. You just have to claim an address inside of DIN. So if you have, for instance, Matter tokens outside of DIN, on your hardware wallet in a safe or something else, all you have to do is have that address claimed inside of DIN. And we believe that there will be an opt-in button. We aren't sure, or switch. We aren't sure of that yet. We'll let you know. But once everything is set, you don't have to stake your Matter into a contract and pay an Ethereum fee on the way in and on the way out, and all of the other things that you would have to do typically with farming. And it also means that your internal Matter. So let's say you come in and you never put a dime into the system. You can actually generate good content, make some Matter, and with that Matter, make some lore, and with that lore, get some lot, and with that lot, make some more Matter. So there's a whole bunch of really cool things you can do, and it'll all be very, very, very utility focused. We're not really looking to have people come in and play that whole DeFi juggling game. This very much is utility for utility, but to make it possible for people to get better access to ownership in the communities, in the layers. So really cool stuff. Go vote if you have governance lot, please. It looks like so far everybody's pretty much in agreement with this breakdown. We do have the ability, and we do have to talk about this in the DIN governance on the board there, that we could change these numbers. We could add in other tokens. We could shift things around at any time. I do think that, and we're going to see what the governance board thinks, but I do bet that we will want to have some form of notice on it. That is, if one of these buckets is going to be taken away, or if a different one is going to be added, that it would happen with some advance notice, so anybody can do whatever they want to do in accordance. So one way or another, get in there, vote on it, even ask questions if you want. We'll answer them. Next update, top priorities currently to get rolled out are this farming piece, which we do expect to happen pretty soon. It's in active development. The mobile app, so it's in beta. We're working hard to get a few things tightened up before it goes out to the official app stores, iPhone and Android. So hopefully that'll be very soon too. And then some UI and UX improvements. We have a couple of things that are in active dev as well. They're very interesting, that I think will help some people understand how the evaluation marketplace works primarily. But there are a lot of other things going on too. So we do have a last minute update. There was a post, and I hadn't seen it. The few of us on the team hadn't seen it until today, last night or this morning. That there's an article out there that, and this has been kind of a pet peeve of mine for a while, that when we had a Wikipedia page before Wikipedia censored us, and we learned, which we should write something up about this, the way that Wikipedia really works. There was this constant thing where we would go in and edit the Wikipedia page, because it would generally say Disney did not launch Dragonchain, and it would generally say that we have absolutely no relationship, nor ever did have a relationship with Disney. And that's all false. And we kept editing it to make it accurate, and somebody kept switching it back. And you can guess who? I mean, it's all of the the issues with tribalism and hate that always happen in the crypto world. But either way, we thought we should at least spell this out. We're going to politely ask, because they probably just read that on Wikipedia, right? The guy that wrote this. But how do I say? It is official. We did start at Disney. We were not a part of an accelerator. We considered joining Disney's accelerator, which is not based in Seattle either. I think it's based in California. I can't remember. I would have to struggle to remember what the accelerator is called. You could look it up, but we were all employees of Disney, various business units or companies. There are a lot of different companies in Disney. I was an employee of what is the parks or attractions. They had different names while I was there, but official employee of Disney, created the platform under Disney's care while being paid by Disney. We even, how do I say, we got approval from Disney to launch a Bitcoin node. We ran a Bitcoin node inside of Disney. And we were the first to build a hybrid blockchain that actually connected to a foreign blockchain while inside of Disney in 2015, 2016. We started in 2014 there. And in 2016, I did propose to the open source committee at Disney to release the platform, and we had to go through a tremendous number of hoops to get it out the door. And it was a very smart and deliberative process. And if you go to Den.Social, you can see this article where we list all of the things that we had to do to get it approved for release as open source from Disney. And they handed it to me because I was the outside. They didn't ever let someone have an open source project with a Disney account. It had to be, and I assume for liability reasons, that it had to be an outside personal account. So I got the IP, and I requested that. At the time, I requested that we create a foundation just in case I get hit by a bus or something. So we created it, and they approved it. We created the Dragonchain Foundation. And the other interesting thing is that Disney had to approve the name Dragonchain, which I came up with, and the logo, which I came up with at the time, that they had to approve it. They had to verify that there were no trademark violations or anything else. And anyway, it's a pet peeve because it's public info, and it gets frustrating when something absolutely false gets out there, and when we had to go through all that work to make this happen. So anyway, not a big deal. Hopefully they change the article and correct it. I should say correct the article. But either way, last minute update. And it's always fun to go through that. I can, a lot of times I have to go through it in detail on a sales call, and a lot of people are surprised at how all of that developed, but it's a story. It's a good one. So that is it. That's all the updates. Watch us again next Tuesday, and also this Thursday. Watch the World Blockchain Roundtable. And make sure you go into Den.Social, go into the WBRT or World Blockchain Roundtable layer, and leave a question or topic. Vote there. Make sure we get the right questions answered for you and everything else. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to this. I think that's everything. Thanks a bunch.
Because that goes. will serve to organize and measure the best.
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. Adaptable approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So with for all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.